that she has received honorable mention for the 2011 Enterprising Women of the Year Award. And this just came out last week, so congratulations to you for that. I encourage you to read her bio, which you can find on the back of your menu. She has a really interesting story, and I would like to introduce Brigitta. Thank you so much.
Buenas tardes, amigos, familia, e invitados. This is supposed to be in English. My career started at Freddie Mac, where I was given an opportunity to break into the marketing communications field. I absolutely loved it. Thank you, Sarah. After spending several years at Freddie Mac, I was hired at Fannie Mae in the early 1990s as a Hispanic communications manager. I was going to be able to work with my native language. This is where I learned to manage the translation process and where I was mentored by Leah. Thank you, Leah. I was so happy doing this work that I decided, after a lot of thought and support from my wonderful husband, that I wanted to start my own translation company. I had found my passion. I have had my business, Uno Communications, a language translation company, for 12 years. My husband and son work in the business. I'm very proud that we offer language translation services, the written word, in over 70 languages. It makes me feel that I'm personally handing immigrants the translated brochure or flyers or manuals in their native languages that answer their questions about health concerns, school issues, transportation needs, or financial problems, to name a few. Or they can see a website that we've translated. This gives me a lot of satisfaction. And how this would have been helpful to my parents many years ago. It's especially satisfying to offer interpretation services, the spoken word, because at that point you are really interacting in person with the people that need these services. This can be anything from an interpretation in court, to a law firm, to a doctor's office, to a human resources office. And it also includes insurance benefit presentations and training in many subjects. Along these lines are the narration and voiceover services that Uno Communications offers in Spanish. Companies use this for videos, PSAs, and radio news releases. And these are some of my personal favorite projects to work on. And what's in it for the companies investing in language translation services? How about an increase in their bottom lines? Global markets give companies a chance to grow because they can reach overseas markets that would otherwise be untapped. But also, an investment in language translation will give companies professional translation that will be appreciated by multicultural audiences inside the United States, as well as the targeted markets around the world. Your company will be able to deliver a well-thought-out, culturally sensitive marketing campaign in the language or languages of your choice. Don't fall into the mistake of trying to get a free translation using Google Translate or another machine translation. You will not get a proper translation from that, and it will make your company look bad. And how about these numbers for companies thinking of language translation? 9% of the U.S. population can afford to spend more, but doesn't because of their limited English, according to new research from AT&T and Language Line Services. Addressing this consumer group in their native language, says the researchers, can make a significant difference in the company's bottom line. Hewlett-Packard, for example, linked one of its targeted multicultural campaigns to an 85% increase in sales. 85%. The study reports that the collective buying power of the Latino, Black, Asian, and Native American communities currently tops tops $1.5 trillion. And the U.S. Latino market is projected to grow to $1.3 trillion by 2014. The forecasted purchasing of Asian Americans in 2014 is nearly $700 billion. Still, 40% of the companies participating in the research fail to understand the financial impact of multicultural marketing. The AT&T and Language Line report predicts that businesses in telecommunications, financial services, utilities, and insurance that offer customer service in the native language of the consumer will be the biggest winners as the stalled economy begins to move in 2011. Companies that provide comprehensive in-language services from sales to fulfillment to customer service will gain the most competitive advantage. I think these numbers say it all.